Hey, okay, so I just recorded the video, but I wanted to put this little disclaimer even before everything else. I am still really reluctant to put this out there to the world. I mean, anyone can watch this, and especially there's some family that doesn't quite support our decision right now, and I know that we'll get a lot of negative feedback and comments and whatever, because we are so young and we don't have all of our stuff together quite yet, but we feel very strongly about this right now. So I just wanted to say, if you're watching this and you are thinking something mean, just turn it off, because this is our journey. It's what we feel. What you say isn't going to change our mind. But if you have positive feedback, comments, suggestions, anything, please feel free to either send us a personal message or comment on the video or email us, anything, because obviously I don't know what I'm doing. It's all so new, so I would appreciate any feedback. But again, stop watching right now if you're just gonna send hate, because I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to read it, so thanks. So I just wanted to make kind of a casual Friday video of our TTC journey, our trying to conceive journey. So we're just kind of starting out this journey in actual official TTC ways, I guess. We've been kind of not really trying but not preventing for the past few months, but now we're actually trying to TT, and this is officially cycle 1 then, and I just want to put a little disclaimer out. I do not know all of the internet lingo, TTC language, because I'm new. So I know a few terms, and I have a few tips and pointers and things that have worked well for us so far. But yeah, I guess I'll start in. So since this is cycle 1, I use just like a calendar and some test strips and stuff, and so I have about a 30-day cycle, and which is a little longer than usual, but that's okay. It's been pretty consistent, at least, so I know that's a normal thing to be adjusting to and everything. And I started doing the LH tests, ovulation tests, when the calendar I use said I would start being fertile or whatever. And so I started using the ovulation tests, and they had a line that marked that some LH was there, but LH, it stays in your system, or you have it in your system at all times. So even if there's a faint line, it's negative. The line has to be as dark or darker than the test line. So that's been kind of something weird that I've been trying to see past, because it's like, oh, pregnancy tests, any kind of line shows up and you're pregnant. I've never had that experience before, but I watch a lot of other moms out there. So that being said, I started testing, I guess I can look, cycle day 11, the because that's when the fertile area started, and it was negative for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks it was negative, and I was like, aren't I supposed to ovulate sometime in here? And so I kind of almost gave up, and I didn't test a day, and I was kind of like getting frustrated because I didn't know if it was me, if something was wrong with me or going on with me, or if the tests weren't really working. I've been using these, I don't even know the brand, but these ovulation LH test strips, and I got them off eBay. I paid $17 for 100 ovulation test strips, and then I believe 20 HCG or pregnancies test strips. One of the better deals, and I see these kinds of test strips, this brand or whatever, almost everywhere. So I decided to get those, and started there. I don't know. And Jordan, he's not in this video. He's starting to get the hang of the whole cycle, the testing, and when things need to happen, but he's not quite, I don't think he's quite comfortable talking about it. So it's just me for now, and maybe as things progress, or if we have some exciting news, then he'll be a part of it. But for now, it's just gonna be me doing these, and I think that I'll do it towards the end of each cycle, like every month, just to kind of check in and see how that month was going and everything like that. So like I said, I've been using these internet cheapy test strips, and they work okay, I think. I don't know yet. It's my first month, and so I don't know. So I think I'll go ahead and show you my test results for this month. I have a little notebook, and I just write down, I write down the date, sometimes the time of day I tested, and then I tape in the test strip. And you can see there's kind of a line there when I started on cycle day 11, and then as I go down, 12, kind of there, I tested AM and PM because it was towards when I was supposed to ovulate, so I was like, okay, well, I don't want to miss anything, and I kept testing, and it was negative. And that day I didn't test because I was just frustrated, and yeah. And then I started testing again, and then yesterday, which was the 30th of January, cycle day 21, I finally got a positive. So it's just as dark as the test line. And then today, the 31st, I just tested when I got home, so I haven't put it in here yet. But for cycle day 22, I'll put it up so you can see a comparison. Another positive, I believe. So it's darker. They kind of lighten up once they dry. There. So it's just a hair lighter, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see. So that's how the tests have been going so far. I don't know when I'll quit testing for the month. Maybe once it goes down to a barely minimal shade. So yeah, this is kind of our test run for TTCing. And yeah, I think it's going pretty good so far. I've been watching a lot of other moms and a lot of other people trying to get pregnant, and it's been really inspirational, but kind of like there's a lot of scary situations and a lot of people who are in rough situations. So it's kind of heartbreaking to see them have to struggle, and you know, we're just starting this journey and there's some other people out there that have been doing it for years. So it's just, I don't know, it's heartwarming that they don't give up and they're putting their stories out there. Like one family I fell in love with was Ellie and Jared. Such a cute couple. Oh my gosh, they're so darling, and they've had a really rough struggle with trying to get pregnant, and then once they got going and once they knew what they needed to do, they got pregnant right away. So, and they just had their baby boy Jackson, and he's so cute. But that's just one of the families I've been watching their journey. It's been really inspirational because I don't know what I'm doing. This is all so new, and there's some people out there that are pros at this, and it's like they know all the vocabulary, all the testing, all the bad tests, when to test, how many tests to take, and it's like I'm just like, I don't know what to do. So this is my introduction to our TTC journey, so welcome.